Hi, welcome to this quick guide on Game of Cans. Throughout the video, I'm going to have my voice a little bit sped up just because I tend to ramble on and on a lot. I don't want to waste your guys' time. I'm just going to quickly go over some elements of the game that'll be helpful to know as a beginner, and then maybe in the next video I'll go over some more in-depth strategy. This would be a good thing to buy if you are looking to spend money on the game. It's only $1 and it unlocks a good amount of stuff for you. That'll really help you out in the early game and throughout the whole game, because the better you do in the early game, the better you're going to do throughout the entire game. You press the little go button here to activate the quest. Now we're going to spend our meat to upgrade our village. First we'll assign somebody to it. So these are both classes that intersect well with the village, so either one of these will do well. So this is important to pay attention to. Intellect means more silver production, survival stat means more meat production, and charisma means more warrior production. You really want a lot of meat and silver production. So those are going to be two you're going to want to focus on. They're both the same right now. And then you spend meat to level up village. We're going to want to level it up a lot, so we'll do it 10 times. Nope, that's not letting us do that yet, okay. It's okay, we can just click it rapidly. We're going to want to save some of our meat for our next village. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter, we'll get more from the quest, so we'll just level this one up as much as I can. Alright, I'm going to go back. Take the quest reward. Now it's saying we can rank them up. So purple is the best color out of these three, blue is like mid-tier, and green is low-tier, so we'll rank this guy up first. You always want to invest your money in your strongest characters as much as you can. Unless they've gotten to the point where it's not cost-effective, then you can spread it out a little bit. I'll cover that more later. Level this guy up a bit too. Okay, there we go. Now we're all out of silver. Collect the rewards. And you basically pretty much keep doing that for the early game for a while. You just keep going through the quests, collecting the rewards. Gradually, more features will unlock, and it will explain to you how to do the features if you actually read, which you probably won't. Okay, handling degrees is pretty important. It gives you a good amount of silver. You want to make sure you do it correctly. These bars can't get all the way full or all the way empty. If they do, then you fail it, and you don't get as much reward. Okay, so now I want to push both these up. So I'll say yes. They're going to like it if I say yes. This needs to go up, so I have to say yes. Nobody likes it if you burn the village to the ground, so you say no to this one in this scenario. And then you're done. So you just have to make sure that the bars don't get too high or too low. Keep looking for free stuff whenever you can, because the free resources, you can invest them into your villages, and you'll get more income out of your villages. So you want to grab as much free stuff as you can and then invest it right away. Grabbing all the free stuff. One thing I want to mention is many people don't like reading, but you can actually learn a lot of really useful stuff if you pay attention and read things. I'm going to show a few examples of that. So when we go to this map, see this little button here? This will show a list of our villages, our total production, how much each village is producing, what the village's level is, whether or not if it's assigned to the right advisor, it'll have plus 5%. If you've got the wrong type of advisor, it won't have 5%. Then we can go to the village easily here and go back like this. So the game has a decent interface and some decent tips to help you out, so make use of that. I'm going to show you another thing. Press horse food, go. This takes you straight to the travel map, which it showed us earlier in the tutorial. Skip. So this is going to get your consort bonus whenever you get this kind of event. Skip. See, +1 intimacy. Travel again. Gain fame because it's our first time arriving there. Skip. Whenever you arrive somewhere for the first time, they'll give you the journal for that place, and the journal will gradually upgrade over time. Skip to give us meat that time. So whenever you travel somewhere, you get some kind of little reward or event from it. So it's definitely always good to use up your travel whenever you can. Your travel is like a resource. I think horse hay is what they make you pay for travel. Yeah, or horse food, whatever they call it. Since she's our only consort, we always just bump into her. But if you had more, it would be various places. Okay, so we're all out of that. We used up that resource. And now would be a good time to take a second village. If we're strong enough to do it, because it's still early in the game, it's going to be easy. But every time you take a village, you obviously rebuild it, and you invest as much as you can into it to make sure it starts yielding resources back for you. So we are going to assign him because he gets the bonus plus 5%, confirm. And then we're going to level it up as much as we can. Just close that right out. Go back. Now we've got silver to spend, and you want to get in the habit of whenever you have resources, just spend them right away. So we're going to go back. The only place you can spend silver is on your advisors. We can do this first, though. This is just where you can get free talent experience for your advisors. So this is our strongest advisor. We'll send him. Go back. Okay. We want to go to advisors now. So another thing that I was talking about earlier, about how the tooltips are useful, the interface is useful. So you can sort by total attributes. You can sort by talent. The more talent you have, the more attribute you get as you level up, which means leveling up this guy will be good. He has a lot of talent. Leveling up this guy is pretty good too, and leveling up this guy is not so good compared to the others. Then there's star level. If you get a lot of duplicates of one, eventually you can increase the number of stars, which basically turns them into a better version. The talents will go up, their attributes will go up. This is their overall level, which is just that number right there. Then you can also sort them by different classes. So overall, you're going to want to have mostly the book and the arrow are the two that you're going to want to have. No, is that the hunter class? I'm not sure. Let me see. Nope. So you can tell what class they are by checking their equipment. He is a hunter. Hunters are better at generating meat. If you generate a lot of meat, you can upgrade your villages faster. So having a lot of hunters as your advisors for your villages, assigned to your villages, is a good idea. And then this would be, I don't have any of them yet, but this is the intelligence-based class, which they generate more silver. And more silver will allow you to upgrade your advisors faster, and upgrading advisors faster in turn will give you more income. So as far as ruling villages go, I think you want mostly these two classes. These guys are good for generating soldiers, which you will need some of, but not as much of meat and silver. And then these guys are just good at winning fights for you, which you'll need some of that too, but it's more important later. It's early on, you just want to build up your economy. This is free. We're just taking all of the free things because they're going to help us if we take the free things. Whenever you see buttons for free stuff, just press it and take it. If it costs money, ignore it. I mean, if you want to spend money, you can. It's actually not a terrible idea if you're planning on playing the game for like half a year or maybe more than a year. Spend like $50 to $100 right at the start. Get the status boost from that, and then you'll be much stronger from then on out. But if you are going to spend money, just make sure you spend it all up front on something that's really going to help you out. Like, for example, I would say if you want to spend $50 only, I would get just this, the annual card. And then if you want to spend $100, get the annual card plus, where is it? It's not working. But anyway, the annual card plus the $50 worth of gems. If you get both those, that'll be $100 in one day, and that'll qualify you for all the best bonuses. The extra advisors, the extra villages. It gives you a lot of stuff that'll help you out a ton. So yeah, if you're gonna spend, do it all up front. Don't dribble it out across several months because you want to get your big investment in right away. Personally, I think though, unless you're really dead set on being competitive, it's better just not to spend anything. This game gives you plenty of free resources. And then some of these resources have to be opened in our treasury. Like, for example, these scrolls have to be used. Now we've got the silver out of them. This has to be used. Now we got the meat out of it. This has to be used. Got the soldiers out of it. This is for traveling. Got the hay out of it. And then these will become equipments if we use them. Now they're equipments we can put on our advisors. Okay, so I think there's some more easy to conquer villages, so. Alright, it wants us to put equipment on our advisors. So we know for sure we're going to be building this guy early because he's just our strongest advisor right now. So we'll go ahead and throw some equipment on him. I'm just going to throw it all on because I already know that I want this guy to be built up. So I'm pressing that button to throw it all on. Everything that I've currently got. All the greens, which are worth like 1/5 of the bar. The blues are worth 1 whole bar each. And then these are worth, I think it's 3? Maybe 2. Maybe 2 bars, yeah. Confirm. Okay, so he's getting stronger. That's good. But every day, the free stuff resets. Some free stuff resets more often than every day. Some free stuff resets every few hours. Whenever you've got these little red exclamation marks, it probably means you've got some free stuff you can look into. Take that free stuff, and you invest it in your villages and in your advisors to get income. See that my income's going up as I increase this village. And then I can further increase my income by upgrading the advisor who's ruling that village. So your advisors are formed into different groups. When you start leveling up, starring up a whole bunch within a group, then they give everybody else in the group a bonus. So generally in the long run, you want to try to build up one of these groups if you can. Now eventually, once she gets enough of the intimacy, she needs level 10 intimacy to unlock this. Once you start upgrading that skill, that'll make the advisor she's linked with get more of those attributes. And that is going to be Bayar. So at some point we want to buff her up and make that start happening so Bayar will be better at running his city. See, we've got the Wonder now. Honor Builders is what you want to start with, for sure. So the reason why you want to start with Honor Builders is because it's guaranteed. These other ones may or may not end up happening depending on how much you honor Elders or Warriors or Consort Experience. I mean, all these are good, but when you compare them with how good this is, all you have to do is spam Harvest, and eventually it'll give you the 60 minutes worth of gather resources. So it's saying as long as you spam it, you're guaranteed to get it 3 times a day. Upgrade it. As long as you spam it, you're guaranteed to get it 4 times a day. Okay guys, that covers it for today's guide. Go ahead and play the game for a while. Make sure you're always harvesting all the free resources marked by the red exclamation mark. Make sure you're always reinvesting your resources quickly into your villages, and make sure that you're prioritizing your resources into your best advisors and placing those advisors into your highest ranked villages. That's pretty much the basics of the game. Everything else is pretty explanatory if you just read what the game tells you. Go ahead and skip anything that's tedious or boring. There's no penalty for skipping. And when you get comfortable with everything, go ahead and read the next episode in the series where I'll cover advanced resource allocation. Thanks.